What's going on? We back. Goodfellas Sports TV. We in the building, and Harry O. Harris, co-founder of Death Row Records, or at least that's what he say. According to Suge Knight, he would say nah, but a lot of things say that he would be. In the judge settlement about just over 10 years ago would say Suge Knight lying. But he is set to be released very soon from prison after 30 years. Let's talk about it. Appreciate everybody for tapping back in. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, won't miss another video. Share the videos. And yeah, man, Harry O. Harris, drug dealer, got convicted of dealing, attempted murder. I think the attempted murder charge got threw out or something. Blood, grew up with blood in South Central LA. But some interesting history behind him, and I'll link some articles. I'll leave some links in the description, source links, if you want to read about him. And long story short, it seemed like he was trying to transition out of the drug game. He was the first African American, I used to use black man, to produce a show on Broadway. Yeah, he was the first brother to do so, kind of go under the radar, obviously because of what happened. By the time that Broadway show premiered with Denzel Washington on Broadway, he had already been hit with the indictment, and kind of got a connection to Rayful Edmonds. It's crazy how all these different guys was connected, and I think his cellmate might have been Freeway Rick Ross, and so it's a crazy connection, how everybody connected. You hear about everybody talk about Alpo. Alpo met Rayful Edmonds down there, and then now Rayful Edmonds was connected with guys that that work with Harry O. Harris, but he's set to get out pretty soon after 30 years in the penitentiary off of drug charges. He owned limousine services. I think they said he had over like 200 or 100 fleet cars in his limousine service, owned a deli, think a cleaning service, single parent home. Don't know what happened to his brother David, but I had to read more about it. But he got married, conjugal visit, got his wife pregnant or whatever, and he sued on his Death Row on his behalf. She sued Death Row on his behalf, and they won $7 million from Suge Knight, bankrupted Death Row. It said that he gave Suge Knight allegedly $1.5 million to start up Death Row. Suge Knight said it wasn't true, but Suge Knight thanked Mr. Harris on a couple of his speeches and stuff of that nature. So, eventually Suge Knight, he kind of did it to himself. Just the way he ran Death Row. Had he had Mr. Harris's mindset of being able to, cut the streets from the business, I think Suge Knight would have been a lot more successful than just running it like a mom and pop shop. Had he been able just to be like Mr. Harris was able to kind of get out and kind of say, hey man, you can't do it that way. You gotta do it this way. You can't bring the streets all the time to the corporate America. I think had Harris never went to jail, I think him and Suge Knight would have been a nice balance. But long story short, Harris ended up divorcing his wife after that settlement, and whatever happened after that. But with Suge, it's funny. It actually made me do this video, which is not. I'm about to go ahead and end it. It's not that long, but I'll link all the sources. You want to read more about what the girlfriend and baby mama said, this guy, that guy said, like all his bio. I'll link it in the description. I'm all about putting sources where I get my stories from. There's no need to hide it. But the interesting part is he's 57 years old. He's a millionaire by 26. Harry O. Harris. He gets out of jail after 30 years. Suge Knight just started doing a 28-year bid. That's ironic, and pretty much in a sense of the way, that's payback. That's karma at its finest. When Mr. Harris his message was that, I guess he, obviously he's aware and he's letting the media or whoever know he's getting out. His message was simple as this: he was part of he was part of the problem in society. Now he want to be part of the solution, and that come up on screen. He just want to be part of the solution, and you just want to live a better life. And he had a long time to think about what he did. He was in maximum security, and I think the jail that he was in San Francisco at first. Now he in the low risk security prison, but now that he getting out, I guess they moving close to LA, but he was in San Francisco jail, and that's where he got he claimed he made came up with Death Row Records, because that's what I guess that's what the inmates was called in the jail, Death Row, and that's where he came up with Death Row Records at. So Suge did shit alive, man, and this man gave him the money to start up, but hey, cause Dre had no fucking money, you know what I'm saying? He was getting played from Jerry Heller and Eazy-E, even when Ice Cube told him not to sign the contract, but that's a totally different story. Hey, it's Goodfellas Sports TV. I appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the videos. I appreciate the love, support. Like I said, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You want to check out my Twitch channel, mostly gaming. I'll be doing some streaming on there. I'll be streaming by Jay-Z later, God willing. Appreciate the love, support. Keep sharing the videos. You need to get in touch with me. My email and Twitter is in the description. It's the fastest good way to get in touch with me. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time we gone.